There are 40 daily brain training activities that have been scientifically proven to strengthen the brain in various ways. These daily brain training activities make you smarter, happier, and more likely to succeed. Exercising your brain on a daily basis will help to improve your memory, to balance your moods and emotions, to delay aging, and to make you a complete flipping genius, or at least a pretty smart person. In this list of daily brain training activities, we've included exercises in many different areas, including. You do not have to use all these techniques. However, we do recommend that you incorporate at least a few techniques from each list. The best way to develop a healthy brain is through a holistic approach. That's why we recommend incorporating a variety of mental exercises, physical exercises, healthy foods, and games. Also be sure to choose some long-term hobbies. I personally never knew hobbies were that important. So, read the link, and choose some hobbies to complement the 40 tips below. Computers are make everything easy, too easy, but they're not necessarily the best thing for your brain. Use your head instead of a calculator and use your knowledge rather than a search engine. Interestingly, studies shows that computers make us more intelligent and less intelligent at the same time. On the one hand, the average human has higher fluid intelligence than ever before. We are able to process information faster, but then again, the average human now has an attention span of 8 seconds. 1. Moderation is probably the key. For those who work on computers, this means getting off the computer when you finish work, and staying off. This is the easiest way to train the brain because when you turn the computers off you are forced to use your own brain power, not a computer's. There are many excellent free puzzles out there. From crossword to Sudoku, these puzzles offer an opportunity to exercise your brain. One great site is Brain Bashers, too, which has lots of free puzzle games. Interestingly, empirical studies on puzzles are inconclusive. In fact, many studies shows that doing puzzle does not improve the brain at all. However, millions of people complete puzzles every day and swear by them. So what gives? Perhaps by thinking through puzzles we are encouraging ourselves to use our brains for other, more beneficial things. Take an interest in the world around you. Use a good news source, an intelligent newspaper rather than a low-brown, sensationalist newspaper. But avoid the plethora of negative news stories. In 1997, the University of Seuss conducted research into the effects of various types of news stories when viewed on TV. The researchers tested how viewers emotionally responded to negative news stories. The results showed that not only did watching negative news make viewers feel worse about the world in general, it also made viewers dwell on their own worries. Turn off the news, or find neutral news sources that are not sensationalist. This will reduce stress and anxiety, which will have a positive effect on brain health. Research by Emory University shows that the brain benefits by reading novels. 7. Researchers discovered that when we are engrossed in a story, the connections in our brain are enhanced and brain functioning improves. Fiction also improves empathy and imagination. The sad fact is that 42% of college graduated will never read a book again after graduating according to statistics. Brain. 8. Researchers state that reading is one of the most interactive forms of entertainment. The brain is more engaged than, say, when we are watching TV. That's one reason to quit TV and start reading instead. Here's where your mom was wrong. Video games are good for the brain. In fact, used in the right way, games are one of the best daily brain training activities. Scientists studied the effects of playing video games on the brain. The researchers, 9, studies 116 scientific papers on the effects of video games. Speaking to the publication Frontiers in Neuroscience, researchers state, video game use has an effect in a variety of brain functions and, ultimately, in behavioral changes and in cognitive performance, improvements in bottom-up and top-down attention, optimization of attentional resources, integration between attentional and sensory motor. areas, and improvements in selective and peripheral visual attention have been featured in a large number of studies. Physical daily brain training activities. You don't necessarily need to be going to the gym 5 times a week in order to have a healthy brain. However, keeping a good level of general fitness will be of tremendous benefit to your mental health. The University of British Columbia researched the effects of aerobic exercise on the brain and found that the hippocampus increases in size after doing aerobic exercise. This leads to improved verbal memory and learning. 3. Because of this, aerobic exercise helps stop dementia. Aerobic exercise, cardio, is physical exercise in which the body uses aerobic metabolism for oxygen. Daily brain training activities to try. Aim for at least one of the following every day. 1. House chores. Exercise the brain. House chores present a good bit of physical exercise. From shoveling the snow to vacuuming the house, these simple exercises get you moving and help maintain a good level of physical health. Make sure your heart rate is slightly raised while doing this, so that you are in the aerobic zone. So the good news is, one of the best daily brain training activities is to vigorously do the chores you already do every day. Point 2. Swimming improves cognitive functioning. Swimming is one of the best forms of exercise and doesn't injure your muscles. Get in the pool and enjoy a good swim. Studies show that swimming boosts blood flow to the brain to improve cognitive functioning. 4.3. Running improves brain functioning. Running is excellent cardiovascular exercise and helps get oxygen to your brain in a way similar to swimming. It has also been proven that running prevents depression. Point 4. Walking improves memory. According to research by the University of Pittsburgh, a moderate amount of walking each day strengthens the brain and improves memory. 5. Try yoga as a physical daily exercise for your brain. Yoga is fantastic for relaxation and helps stretch out your muscles and improve balance. It's great for the brain, too. Alex Korb, Ph.D., is a researcher in neuroscience at UCLA. He has extensively studied how yoga affects the brain. His results show that practicing yoga reduces stress and helps us to break out of old habits. I personally practice yoga every day. It is my personal favorite daily brain training activity along with meditation. Point 6. 2 of the best activities for brain health are Tai Chi and Qigong. Tai Chi greater than his fantastic exercise for promoting inner calm and relaxation. Studies show that Tai Chi, and its counterpart, Qigong, makes your brain bigger, improves balance and coordination, reduces stress. Point 7. An excellent daily brain training exercise is to dance. Dancing is so beneficial for the brain that hospitals use dance to treat Parkinson's. 6. Dancing is without doubt one of the best exercises for the brain. Daily dancing will literally revolutionize your neurons. Studies show that dancing improves sensory and motor circuits, improves planning and control, improves hand-eye coordination, improves mood, boosts cognitive performance, helps with Parkinson's disease. 8. If you want to train your brain to be more social, try team sports. Team sports offer a different kind of mental workout, meeting physical exercise with socializing. Benefits of team sports include improved mood, improved concentration, reduced stress, reduced depression, improved sleep, improved self-confidence, improved leadership skills. Daily brain activities that involve learning new things is good for the brain. Indeed, one of the best daily brain training activities is simply to learn something new, even if it's something small like learning to cook for yourself. Dr. Denise Park, a neuroscientist at the University of Texas at Dallas, gave 200 older people different activities to learn, ranging from digital photography to quilting, which they did for 15 hours a week for 3 months. The results showed that people who learn new skills see big benefits in their brain health. 9. It is especially good at warding off dementia. So which activities should you try? 1. One fun daily brain training activity is acting. Acting is a fantastic way to both socialize, to become more aware of your body, and to improve your emotional intelligence. It is easy to see why acting is so good for the brain. For starters, when we act the role of another person, a character in a play, we have to change our perspective to see the world through their eyes. This is one of the benefits of more serious acting, such as method acting. Then there's the more down-to-earth aspects of acting. Learning lines, for instance. That's good for the memory. Acting is social, and socializing is good for practically everything. And if we are putting on an extra shows, we have to consider the space we're in, the way we move our body, choreography. That's all good for motor functioning and spatial awareness. There are many reasons why acting is an excellent brain training activity. And you don't need to be in a major theater show to take advantage. Just grab a book and act out a character. Point 2. For a great musical brain training exercise, play an instrument. Playing music is relaxing and enjoyable. Pick an instrument and get playing. The University of Montreal studied the brains of musicians and found fascinating results. 10. The researchers state that playing music strengthens the nerve fibers connecting the two sides of the brain, corpus callosum, increases gray matter volume, improves speech processing in children with dyslexia, improves memory, makes you happy, improves blood flow to the brain, improves the brain's executive functioning. 3. For daily training to make you smarter, learn languages. Learning a new language doesn't just allow you to talk to foreigners. It gives your brain a great workout too. Scientific research shows that learning a new language is a good way to train the brain for young people and older people alike, according to Penn State researchers. The researchers studied the changes in the brains of English speakers who were learning Chinese as a second language over a period of 6 weeks. People who successfully learned the language had improved connectivity in the brain. The researchers state that learning a second language can lead to both physical and behavioral changes in adults. 10. So, learn a new language and get some seriously good daily brain training activity at the same time. Point 4. A relaxing brain training activity is to do art therapy. Stress is one of the most prominent reasons for poor mental health. If you're stressed, use art and art therapy for relaxation and stress relief. One excellent exercise to try is mindful writing. This is a meditative technique in which we focus the mind on the present moment and write in a non-judgmental fashion. This technique heightens present moment awareness, reduces stress, and improves cognitive functioning. Point 5. Switch hands. Believe it or not, one of the absolute best daily brain training activities is just to switch hands. When we switch hands, we strengthen neural pathways and we force the brain to make new neural connections. One way to do this is to brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. It will feel awkward, but this is the entire point. It feels awkward because your brain is not used to doing this activity with this hand. Try performing simple, everyday activities with your other hand. Point 6. Culture. Learn about the culture either of your own area or of somewhere new to you. This gives you a new perspective on the world, is educational, and offers new ways of looking at things. Point 7. A totally different day. Spend one entire day doing things you never do. This is a fantastic way to build new neural pathways. The easiest way to do this is to go somewhere you have never been before, or to spend the day doing an activity you have never previously attempted. Point 8. Further education. Consider further education, which won't just provide more career opportunities but will also give your brain a serious workout. Augment your daily brain training with diet changes. Let's put the best daily brain training activities and consider diet. There is a good diet for brain health and a bad diet for brain health. Diet has a huge effect on the brain. Scientists used imaging technology to investigate how neurology affects dietary disorders. Amazingly, they found that what we eat directly affects the way we think. The scientists discovered that skipping breakfast makes us crave junk food more. A diet high in sugar impacts the brain's insulin receptors and impairs spatial learning and memory skills. Obesity impairs cognitive functioning and improves decision-making. Certain foods are also particularly healthy for the brain. 1. Fish. Fish is the #1 brain food. Weekly consumption of non-dried fish increases gray matter, which improves cognition and memory. 12. Eating fish also reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease and dementia too. Antioxidants. Antioxidants help to promote inner calm, to focus the mind and to improve memory and problem-solving skills. Consider using dietary supplements for this. Point 3. Fruits and vegetables. You know you need wheat your 5 a day, but are you actually doing it? 4. Whole grains. Scientific studies have shown that diets which include whole grains reduce the chance of stroke and chronic disease. Point 5. Avocado. The monosaturated fat in avocados increases blood flow to the brain, helping promote good mental health. Point 6. Power foods. Learn about power foods like radishes, goji berries and blueberries and incorporate them into your diet. Here's a great article on different power foods. 7. Olive oil breaks up blood clots and improves blood flow. Point 8. Garlic and onion, excellent antioxidants which will help blood flow to the brain. Point 9. Sugar. Refined sugar is a naughty no-no, just avoid it. And of course, one of the best daily brain training activities, if you seriously want to improve your brain, meditate. You won't believe the effect of meditation on intelligence. Games as daily brain training activities, good or bad? One of the most popular daily brain training exercises in 2018 are brain games. But do they work? You have to be pretty skeptical about whether brain training works, don't you? I mean, let's be completely honest here. Some brain training games are so simple that they involve clicking on which piece of text is red. Now, if you want to get really good at knowing what's red and what's green, then yeah, brain training games might be flipping awesome. But really, who wants that? Do brain training games truly train your brain in anything meaningful and quantifiable? I spent Thursday training my brain with Lumosity. I was shooting down birds. Then on Friday I was finding words that began with to. I've been trying these brain training games for about a month, mostly from a research point of view, trying to work out whether brain training games actually work. And I've constantly been asking myself, is brain training real or a fad? I've done memory testing games, reasoning games, spatial awareness and tons more. According to Lumosity, spending a few minutes playing games makes you smarter and brighter, somehow, while real video games make you less intelligent. Really, are they that different? I think not. The idea is that playing games boosts your IQ. Tons of people buy into this idea, and thanks to the commerciality of the prospect, major video game developers like Nintendo are doing similar things. Lumosity has grown 150% year-on-year since 2005. It has over 35 million players. In January, the Lumosity app made $25 million. Though not quite as much as some of the top meditation apps, a sizable chunk of change. In 2018, these games are one of the most popular daily brain training activities. And supposedly they are based on science. Lumosity was co-founded by Michael Scanlon, who left his PhD in neuroscience at Stanford University. According to Lumosity's head of communications, Erica Pern, the games are founded on the principles of neuroplasticity, the fact that the brain can reorganize itself to complete certain challenges. Sounds great, that, reorganizing your brain to be good at spotting which words are red. Brain training games aren't just used online, either. In the US, they are used in schools, and there's some evidence to suggest that brain training games can help lower the chances of developing early-onset dementia. So, do brain training games really work? Is brain training real? In 2008, a study by Suzanne Jeggies showed that memory training could indeed raise an individual's IQ. But then a group of psychologists at Georgia Tech performed a similar study which concluded the opposite. Then there's Dr. Adrian Owen's 2010 study which showed that games involving reasoning and memory planning improved an individual's ability to complete these specific tasks but had little effect on anything else. We get better at the games themselves but not at anything else. This explains why the end test results of sites like Lumosity is so positive. The gamers do get better at playing the games, which is what the test is on, but they do not get better at anything else. So, what are we left with? The scientific evidence suggests that a. The brain reorganizes itself to get better at specific challenges. B. The challenges we're getting better at are challenges like spotting which words is RADC, and tests results on sites like Lumosity mean very little. People really want to take control of their brains. And those are the most effective daily brain training activities ever. Above, we've looked at 40 daily brain training activities that have been scientifically proven to work. The best strategy is to use a combination of various of the exercises above, and frequently mix up the exercises you do. This will train your brain in numerous ways and will massively improve overall brain functioning.